Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Old Town. The sexers are great. Avoid the pork, but try the sexers every night. Welcome to the Killjoys After Show. I am doing my best, Pree, but Pree is definitely a character that is not easy to do unless you pay the fee. Welcome. We are talking about Johnny Dangerously, Season 4, Episode 2. We have tons to talk about. We got all the things that happened in the Necropolis. We got all that Zeph and Pep action. We got the Johnny DeAvin and Delsea craziness, and there's a baby in that belly, but she drinking whiskey anyway. And we have Jared Pree and the brand new character, Fairuza. It's going to be a great time, guys. Join us right now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, boy.
Hey,
Shoulders.
Feeling groovy, feeling movie, here we go.
Yes! Dig it! Welcome to the Killjoys After Show here at AfterBuzz TV. We're breaking down Season 4, Episode 2, Johnny Dangerously, where Johnny gets into a little bit of a dangerous situation, you could say. We got a lot to talk about. If you haven't noticed, I'm looking a little bit like a bartender right now.
A little.
Much appreciated to Heidi Mac, Heidi Mac _MUA, who took care of that for me. But I really like this episode. Joining me today, I'm not breaking this episode down alone, because I have a very special co-host for Season 4 of Killjoys. I have Shannon O'Connor.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, that outfit, though, I think you should keep it all season long.
I can't afford that. Maybe
and the time, right?
Maybe the outfit, maybe not the pre-face makeup and the let me reveal the bald cap.
Da, da, da. Wow,
Man.
It looks good. You rock the bald head, though.
If you're only listening on iTunes, you're missing out.
Yeah, seriously.
And
just
not
imagine.
to mention me, you could be looking at Shannon too.
Oh my gosh, not on the same level, but
In her
you know,
Dutch
I
leather.
tried. I got some eyeliner. I got some leather. Tried to channel Dutch.
Yeah.
I did the best I could.
We're good. So
Yeah.
as I was saying, guys, we're going to be breaking down the Johnny DeAvin and Delsea storyline. Zeph and Pip doing some escaping of their own.
Yeah, they are.
A little bit of that witty banter. And then we have Jared and Pree, our two favorite characters, with their intro to Fairuza.
Yes.
Which is pretty sick.
Oh, I'm stoked.
First female Scarback, right?
Hey, that I
Right?
noticed.
That
yeah.
I've, like,
that I
Consciously
realized.
been conscious of.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on
Maybe
that.
they've been there, just not out and about.
Yeah, like
you know?
not as a main character.
Exactly.
But, and we're also going to talk about Terror and Fancy and the Rat.
Gosh, so much
We
much great
saw
things.
Everyone.
This episode was so
Everyone
good.
was in this episode. First off, I want to get into your overall thoughts. I want to
Okay.
know, what did you think of this episode?
So I definitely got some whiplash from all the emotional turmoil I was going through watching it, because it was just I love Johnny and I love his character, so it breaks my heart seeing him transform when he's turning into a Holland. So that was really hard for me to take in. But then like DeAvin and Delsea and their relationship, how that's kind of strange. There was just so many relationships forming that I was not expecting, but it was also exciting at the same time.
It seems like they're relationships that have formed, but like the characters themselves are just not conscious of the fact that relationship has formed.
Yeah.
The whole last season we've been dealing with a war, so it's the first time they've had like a time to catch their breath and be like, wait a second.
Yeah.
You're pregnant with my baby.
Exactly.
Wait a second. What's going on here?
Well, at the end of the episode when Delsea was like, wait, I guess we are family.
Oh, yeah.
Like thinking about,
Great
all that.
moment.
Right.
Great
it was
moment.
so good.
I really liked it as well. Yell has made this point to me that she thinks that this should have been the premiere back instead of the first episode back, but I'm not so sure. I liked the episode a lot. I don't necessarily feel like I needed this episode right out the gate.
Okay.
Because if we were going to get this episode and then go into the first episode of the season, it would have taken away a lot of the steam that this episode really like pushes into that fire to get going. Because like once you start this storyline, like next episode needs to deal with Johnny. I'd much rather have a cliffhanger after the season come back with something slower than have a cliffhanger after the first episode of the season, you know?
Right. No, I see that.
So
I totally get that.
I'm in. I like what they're doing with Johnny. Very Evil Dead. So Evil Dead.
Oh, seriously, though.
But let's actually, let's dive into Johnny.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's snap into a Johnny.
Okay.
So fixing Johnny, we land on this planet. It's just, we're assuming it's like a backwater place. There's a little bit of a shootout, just a little bit, just a tiny
Nothing
bit.
they couldn't handle.
With the assholes.
Yeah.
As we get a great line, is everyone in the universe an asshole?
Yeah.
Resounding yes, I feel like.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But Johnny gets messed up, and they decide the only thing to do to fix him is to put him in like level 6, this mofo.
Yeah.
With some Hullen. Well, I guess it's like pure Hullen, like plasma, because Dulce is like the Hullen queen, right? But like, what did you think of this decision? What were you thinking when this happened was going to happen with Johnny after they do this?
Okay, first of all, I didn't think it was well thought out. I think it was just kind of a, should we do this? Okay, let's do it. Not thinking of all the side effects that could freaking happen. Like, he's going to transform into a different person. But also, I was confused because before they were like in a warehouse, having to get infused with all this plasma in order to train. So I was confused how he just instantly became a Hullen just by injecting it one time in his spine. But like you said, it was a pure form.
And it doesn't seem like it was instantaneous.
Yeah, exactly. But it was so awesome when he just had sense of humor like right away and I was so scared when he was putting Davin in a chokehold. I was like, oh my gosh, he's just going to kill everybody right now. But then he didn't, which was good.
I feel like Michelle told Aaron, so here's your audition for being the new Joker. Have fun. Switch personalities. Just have fun.
He killed it. I thought he did really well.
What I really liked about this is that it seems like Dulce is like all on board and like all in on it. And then later in the episode, she says like, I mean, I didn't have high hopes for it either. I just was going with the flow.
Yeah.
I was just surviving.
Yeah.
And then Avin's like, what? Like, you injected into his brainstem. Yeah, it heals him, but we have all this kind of crazy stuff going on. So that's like, I feel like it's the current storyline for the next episode, maybe 2 more episodes. Johnny is
the villain or what?
I don't think he's the villain, but it's interesting because you gotta take it back to the first episode of this season was the whole thing about memories with Johnny and Dutch being in the green and the green communicating, and season 3 is all about the green being able to communicate with itself. What if it helps Dutch to be able to reach Johnny now that Johnny's connected to the Hullen? So this might have been like a blessing in disguise.
Right.
Because if Johnny's connected to the Hullen now, Dutch has he basically has an antenna to be able to reach Dutch while she's in the green world. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Where do you think it's going? Do you think he's going to have like a villainous episode?
I hope so. It's kind of interesting because I feel like Dulce is kind of stepping down from the villain in my eyes, and Johnny's kind of taking her place, which is really strange to me. But I think something's going to happen where they're able to either like switch it so he's not a Hullen anymore. Something's going to happen where he's not going to be a Hullen anymore. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I don't think he's forever going to be evil.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about because you're taking the character that's the smartest of the group. So he's the hacker, right? So his mind is already like really
and the most
quick.
lovable.
Yeah, but then you're adding on like the level 6 reflexes, the level 6 strength. You're adding on all these things. So everything that where he's weak, he's now going to be strong.
Yeah.
And everywhere he was strong, he's going to be stronger. And we see this when the people show up and they start offering the Killjoys as a trade. And it's like the Rain Man thing going on. Like, I know what's going on. There's no farmers here. There's none of this. So we get the shootout, and then we learn about the double cross. So this was a dark turn for the episode.
Yeah.
What did you think when you saw the scars right away? What were your first? What's the first thought that came to mind?
I first thought, what are they taking out of their bodies? That's what I first thought. Like, what are they? Are they taking organs and doing something with them, like cloning people or doing something with those organs? But I wasn't
prepared.
Anticipating. Yeah, it was really a little disturbing.
Yeah, I'd love to know what everyone in the chat thinks if they have said anything about this. But yeah, the organ transplanting. I mean, to be fair, if you're going to wake up in a bathtub full of ice with your kidneys missing, it'd be great to know you can regrow them.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Like, sunny side of the conversation
Yeah,
is, okay, damn, I have to regrow another one.
Dang it.
You can be a little bit more laissez-faire in the future when you go to China and travel. But you know what? Like, for now, you can't regrow these organs. Is anyone in the chat talking about this? What are they talking about right now?
They're talking about, Hole and John equals Demon Dean.
Oh, okay. I think that's Supernatural.
Oh, okay.
I think they're mentioning Supernatural. Okay. So I unfortunately have not watched Supernatural. I hear it's one of the best shows to be longest running.
I haven't seen it either.
But I kind of get the reference.
Okay.
But shout out to you for putting that together.
Yeah.
And I think that means he's just going to be really mischievous.
Yeah. Well, then Ivan Soto is predicting John is definitely becoming this season's antagonist.
Really? That's a big prediction.
That is.
I don't think we can do that.
It could go either way, though. But it would be heartbreaking if he becomes the antagonist.
So let's look at it. We have 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. This is the second episode of the penultimate season. But the lady's got to be the end-all be-all, right? Unless we get something new.
Right.
I don't think we can have a whole season with Johnny as the antagonist.
Yeah.
Johnny's what ties the team together. Unless it's like, hey, let's get rid of Johnny for a few episodes to get Dulcea and somebody else working together to save him. So maybe this is Dulcea's redemption story.
Hey, that could be.
Hey.
But then also, Dutch needs Johnny.
Yeah.
Remember, Klein, keeps...
And we do see the scene where Dutch shows up, and in the scenes from next week, we see Dutch talking to Johnny as well. Mm-hmm. So this isn't Dutch from the Green World. This is just his mental imagery of Dutch, I believe, like trying to hold on to his human sanity. Mm-hmm. So I feel like she's the humanity in his mind. And we only get that one short scene where it's like, you're leaving me, Johnny, don't leave me. I think that's his sanity, like kind of trying to hold on.
Right.
Because we do have just a small amount of Hullen to make this transformation. Mm-hmm. It might be just little enough that he could fight it out.
I hope so.
We'll see.
Because I know he's trying to get to the more plasma, so I'm hoping it's not going to happen.
So he double crosses Dulcea. We get a great scene we get a few great moments with Dulcea when she drinks the alcohol. And she's like, I have a super baby. Like, get off my back. Johnny's other plans. It's funny because he's insane, but he's still the same old Johnny. Yeah.
It's just everything elevated. Like his humor is just turned up a notch. But I'm like, if everyone who turns into Holland turns into this jerk, this sarcastic jerk? Is that just what happens? Is that part of the gig?
No, I think their entire personality is wiped out.
Yeah.
And she mentions it, his entire neurology is being wiped out. But I think because it's such a small amount, it's just like separating everything. Like I feel like it's just separating everything into bins, and his mind's just traveling between the bins of like craziness.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
So like it's not wiping his mind out, it's just making him completely
different.
Yeah, and still super smart and still has plans, but doesn't like necessarily execute them in the right way and isn't necessarily thinking about other people.
Oh,
it might
super
have, like,
selfish.
Messed up his morality to a certain degree. I loved when he jumped in the car and took a selfie, though.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. And then the laughing gas was a nice touch.
Yeah. That was really unexpected, though, too. I thought they were having a sweet moment, and I was like, oh, yeah, he's not turning evil. And then...
I noticed D'Avin doesn't laugh that often, so that's when I was like,
yeah,
wait a second,
it was a good laugh.
Something's going on.
Yeah. Oh, so you knew.
I mean, I had a feeling something was
fishy.
going. As soon as he started like laughing too much, I was like, oh, okay, there's laughing gas, because you could hear it. They put a sound effect in there. You could hear the.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how you kind of know. We do get the moment where Johnny's digging up, because also they're laughing when he's like mentioning the father hating D'Avin, which is not like a thing that they would laugh about, because they were like saying like really aggressive, provocative words to each other and laughing. You're like,
right, something's up, yeah.
But they did have a few good moments. But you know, we do have to talk slightly about Dulcea. I remember in the first few seasons just hating her guts.
Oh, completely.
But she's so likably hateable.
I know. I hate it.
Starting last season.
I want to hate her.
Yeah. Do you see her joining the team? Do you see her sticking around for a bit?
I don't see her joining the team. I see them working together during this point of the season, but I don't see her staying with them. Because I just think she has deep-rooted things that she's not going to change.
Do you think that she's going to give birth to the lady? Do you think that's end of season 4, beginning of season 5? D'Avin's baby is the lady, and it's...
Okay, that's a trip. I don't know. A part of me is imagining some sort of like super baby, like a Jack in Incredibles.
Oh my God.
Like that's kind of what I'm imagining in my head. I don't think her baby's going to be the lady. No, I don't. But that's a really interesting thought.
The brain is a computer and a super baby with all the information and memories of the green.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a trip. I never thought of that.
I mean, it could be like Earthbound. The final episode of the series is them killing a baby. But let's
hope it doesn't go in that direction.
I hope we got her reaction to that on camera. Okay, so I love these characters, and then I really like the scene. If you want to, I don't know if you remember how she said it, but the realization of family in this moment. How did she? Do you remember like the words she used to like create it?
No, but she was just describing everything they've been through together, and then just stops and is like, "Wait, I guess we are family."
Yeah, it's something like we're not family. Just because I have his brother's baby inside me with his biological blah blah blah, and just because their kind of girlfriend is clones with my lover in some weird way, and there's lots of domination and hysteria and plots against each other. Crap. We are family.
Yeah. I want to see that family tree. I really want to see that family tree.
It really, when she puts it in those terms, you're like, wow, this is Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you could just
incest situations.
I mean, if they were going to do, they never will, but Michelle Lovretta, if you ever want to do a Killjoys spin-off, you just call it The Nine.
Yeah.
And have it be Game of Thrones in space.
Oh my god.
With the 9 families.
So bad.
And then
but cool. I think that'd be really entertaining.
They'd have the red tenure.
Yeah. Oh no.
If you guys want to have your own little red tenure, you should check out all the shows on AfterBuzz TV, because our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from drama to reality to sci-fi and more. There is no network that works harder to serve television fans like you. And let me tell you, we need your help, because we're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels, because by subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. I want to help AfterBuzz grow.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Let's do it. Let's all do it together.
It helps us hosts out in LA. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be worried, because they're optional. You can turn them on, or turn them on or off. So, do me a favor. Do me a solid. Do me a solid. I'm in Pree costume, talking like I'm from North Carolina, because I am. Hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out all our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did, so in the comments we'll thank you on air. And now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. Thank you for joining us at the bar in Old Town. Please, also, if you're watching, hit that share button on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button, leave us a like, tell your friends. The Killjoys audience needs to grow, not dwindle.
Yes, let's grow,
not dwindle. No. Who do we have in the chat? You want to shout some of those?
Also, Ivan Soto, killing it. She said, "Oh gods, we are a family." So that was the exact how Dulcea said it.
Oh gods, okay, so that's like what the hell's cool. Dig it.
Michael B says, "I love to hate her, but I thought the kid was a boy."
Oh.
So who knows? So then, boy, lady, a lady boy, if it's the lady.
I don't know. Lady. I am no lady.
Love it, people. Keep on commenting.
Thank you.
Keep it coming. We love it.
Hit the thumbs up. Yeah. Do it for Pree. Because if there's nothing better than a thumb up, oops.
Ooh, uh-oh.
We're going to talk about Zeph and Pip now.
Yay.
Let's talk about them escaping. So last time we left off, they were on their own little ship, just kind of...
canoodling.
In a way. They were about to get killed.
Yes.
As is tradition on Killjoys, in Season 3 especially. But we learned that the dolls, what they're calling them, they're calling the level 6 agents that are like standing still dolls. But we also learned that by throwing stuff at them, they'll shoot wildly as if they are somebody who just started playing Call of Duty at the same.
Yeah, like me if I were to play COD.
Yeah. So basically, they're just Shannon playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly.
That is
no big deal.
What level 6 has been reduced to.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
Oh, yikes.
The most elite killers in the world. Now Shannon playing Call of Duty. Pip has just stayed in the same room.
And he's great.
What did he call it? His mansion of possibilities. He would have lived in that one room lamp.
Heck yeah. Because he's so good. I love his personality.
And Zeph is killing it. Mm-hmm. What do you think of the character? I actually, because we haven't talked about Pip or Zeph.
We haven't.
You or Me. So I want to know what you think of these characters so far, because you've seen everything.
Yeah, I wasn't #1 fan of Zeph in season 3 when she first came in.
Kind of cocky and annoying.
Yeah, kind of a know-it-all, like, oh, you don't want me on your team, and kind of cried about it and was kind of a baby. So I wasn't her #1 fan, but now I'm all about her. Girl power. She's so smart. And she knows it, which is okay. But she's helping everyone, and she wants to help everybody, so that's nice. Like, she has really good intentions. And Pip is just hilarious. And I think he's, like, her perfect sidekick.
Oh, my God. Yeah, they're good. It reminds me of, oh, my God, I hate that I'm going to say this. You ever watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah, okay. I watched it yesterday for the first time.
It reminds me of the dad and the mom in the episode where the dad and the mom's versions of themselves they see each other as are brought up in a therapy session. It reminds me of like the worm and like the giant queen, and Pip's the worm and she's like the giant like monster queen. But they complement the team really well, and I'm excited because if Johnny's living dangerously, Mission Johnny Possible, I feel like she's going to be the brains that comes in to help out with that situation. Because without Johnny, there's no brains.
Right.
And Dutch has brains too, but Dutch is also in the green world.
Yeah.
So
she
like
can't help.
The team right now is really Pip, Zeph, and Dulcea.
Yeah. But do you think Dutch is helping Zeph? Because remember that flashback scene where Dutch was talking to Zeph for that hot second?
Yeah, but I think that's more of like teaching.
Okay.
Like that's more of like, I mean, you might be right, but I don't think they're like talking to each other mentally. I think that's like a memory. I think that was just a flashback of something Dutch told her.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think right now what we need to do is I think it's going to be Pree, Jared, Zeph, Pip, and Fancy.
Fairuza? Do you think she's going to be?
Yeah, Fairuza, Fancy, Turin, like that whole, all those groups of people, they're going to be trying to find, because we end the episode with them being like, how do we find Johnny, Dulcea, and D'Avin?
Right.
So I think what's going to happen is they're going to get onto the trail, find who captured Dulcea, rescue Dulcea to find out what happened to Johnny and D'Avin. And I think it's going to turn into being Pip, Zeph, Johnny, and Pip, Zeph, and Dulcea.
Okay.
Possibly Fancy or Pree in there somewhere. But we have to remember Pip is compromised.
What do you mean?
Pip has a spider in him.
Oh, that's true. And he acted like he didn't know what happened. He was just like, oh, I must have cut it on some old hardware, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a creepy scene.
That was a creepy scene.
Okay, but hold on. Rewind for a minute. You forgot to mention the girl that's with Dulcea right now.
Oh, yeah. So
do you think she's going to become part of that clan that you were just talking about? Or do you think she's kind of just a minor
I think she's minor role.
Okay.
She might like help out, but I don't think she didn't even get a name this episode.
Yeah. But that makes her mysterious.
We're talking about Organ Harvest Girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Organ Harvest Girl.
I don't know. I feel like I think next episode's her last episode if she's in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I don't think like they got captured at the end of it. I don't think they'd keep her and Dulcea in the same room. You could go one or two ways. You could have her and Dulcea together, or just like completely split off, and Dulcea is in her own private cell because they're gonna like try to auction her off or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
It could go either way. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
who knows?
I didn't write the show.
Right? Me either.
I gotta not shut down your ideas. I'm sorry.
But back to
She
Spider.
could be the lady. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pip's compromised.
Yeah.
His sunny, cheerful disposition is now full of spiders.
I hate it. But he seems like himself, so that's why I'm nervous for when the Spider him comes out.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We don't know anything about these spiders.
Right.
We know that they're the lady incarnate because they're made from the lady's intentions from the green. But we don't know what they do. We don't know that they make you Hullen. It could just be like chilling in him and like waiting for an opportunity to come out to do something. Maybe it can kill somebody. Maybe it's a private assassin to kill Johnny or D'Avin.
Right.
Or maybe...
Epiphany.
Oh man, this is going to be really creepy, guys.
What
if the spider carries the lady's consciousness, and if it bites Dulcea, it transfers it into the baby?
What the heck?
What if the spider's trying to get to Dulcea because it needs to get to the baby?
Oh my gosh. But then what would the spider do to the baby?
No, it would just need to bite
It would
Dulcea.
okay.
So, like, the lady's contained within the green. Mm-hmm. So if the lady's consciousness...
to get out.
Yeah.
Oh.
What if the whole tee-up for the fight against Dutch, the lady's not even there anymore?
Okay, this is a trip. You're blowing my mind. Okay, I don't know. That's a crazy thought.
Because we saw, like, the green affecting Dutch at the end of the first episode. But we don't know what that means. We don't know if it's, like, all of the lady or if the lady can split her consciousness or whatever. Because from our assumptions so far in the series, it's that the green is, like, a computer. And computer store information. So, like, you could have several copies of the lady. It's just that the green has a source, and if they destroy the source, then it's destroyed. But she could be in the spider, and the spider could be trying to infect the baby.
Oh my gosh, Michael B. I like that. All caps.
Yes.
He likes it.
Thank you. I wouldn't have come up with it if I wasn't dressed like Pree.
It's true. You're channeling him.
I do want to shout out Tom Allison, though. Thank you, Tom Allison. Also, we have the new showrunner for the show. Should be coming on in a few weeks for the after show.
Hey.
He's actually looking into best episodes for guests for us, so that's really cool. So hopefully
I love it.
We'll get kind of a schedule of guests lined up for everybody. That's a little bit of a insider moment.
Exciting stuff.
But yeah, I like the Zeph Pip kind of togetherness.
Yeah.
I like where we're taking Pip because he's somewhat of an uninteresting character without this new kind of switch inside of him. Not that he's a bad character, it's just like Zeph's the super smart one. He's just the one who's kind of a coward tagging along. So this makes sense. And that would make sense why he's going with them now. Remember?
Because he wanted to go in the cube with them. Not the cube.
Oh, wait, no. But he got the spider. He got the spider after the cube.
It was because that's where they are. Yeah, because that's how they got to Necropolis.
But we got to talk about Jared, Pree, and Fairuza.
Yes.
Because I don't want to run out of time without talking about this amazingness.
because they're so great.
So they want a Scarback to know the Necropolis because they want to be able to find the stuff, get in, get out. And they're like, well, all the Scarbacks are dead, sweetie. And Jared's like, would an ex-Scarback work? And
So I thought he was a Scarback.
Yeah!
Is that what you thought too?
Yeah, right on.
I was like, he was a Scarback. Yeah,
What?
that's what I thought.
And then you did not know where this was going at all. As soon as you hear, like, the guy screaming when you get there, you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then as soon as she walks out, you're like, she's a dominatrix.
Kinky stuff.
Okay. I mean, this has been the most sex-positive show on TV. So,
Yeah.
what was your first impression of Fairuza?
And she was just fierce.
Scarback queen.
Ooh, like I was scared of her. I was intimidated by her. But then I also could see the soft side of her also when he mentioned Alvis.
Yeah.
He's like, we want to, And so that was really sweet to see that, okay, even though the religion itself, she was upset, she left it, but she liked Alvis as a person. So I was like, okay, he was still good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I really liked her, and I liked that she was so willing to help.
I liked her character because it was like an intelligence with a sense of empathy, which is interesting because she's a dominatrix, which is all about controlling people and things like that. And I loved how Jared like switched it on like in his chair, like, and just got total submissive mode, turned into a sub right away. And then when Pree was kind of annoyed by the fact that he like spit it out right away as soon as she asked a question, like he was just in total like answer the question as soon as possible mode. And Pree's like, I'm trying to butter her up, like. One of the greatest lines of the episode there was they find out that she'll help for Alvis's sake, and it's about to cut away, and Jared's like, don't want to waste the trip. Don't you have some confessions or something? And Pree, what was it? What did he say? He's like, oh, what the hells? I haven't been that good, but not the face.
Yeah.
And right before that, I'm just an angel dipped in chocolate.
I love that line. Oh, that was so good.
Best character.
Oh my gosh.
I have a feeling, I haven't asked Tom or Michelle, but I have a feeling that character wasn't supposed to be around as long as he's been around.
But he just killed it.
Right.
That they had to keep him.
Jesse Pinkman kind of different like thing where like only a few episodes, but then just like works.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, Fairuza, I love the character because she only goes to Necropolis. They're like, she asks for the artifacts, but they go there and all she's doing is like doing the burial ritual for all the corpses, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Which is really cool world building for like characters to actually care about. It's like, and she mentions, yeah, I don't believe in it, but they did when they were alive, so it's for their sake. And I gotta mention, whoever, I didn't look up who directed the episode or who was the director of photography, but The shot when we first get to the necropolis and you see the bodies and the cubes in the background with the mirror of the other bodies, that was a great shot.
No, it's sweet.
That was a really cool camera setup. Lighting, everything with the body. Loved it.
Yeah. No, it was really... but then it's also chilling all the bodies and everything. It just, you know...
And how many
it's
of them had
eerie.
spiders?
Yeah. But she killed one of them.
Yeah, that was cool. It was like,
and then she's like, what do you think it is? And Zeph was like, research.
Did you think that she turned on Zeph in that moment, or did you think it was a spider?
I knew she was going to kill a spider. Okay. I didn't think she was going to kill Zeph.
You didn't think she turned on Zeph?
No.
Okay.
Because she just has good vibes. I could sense it.
We also find out that Pippin and them now know what happened. They saw... I love Turin's line where he's like, what the hell is she doing taking a bath at a time like this? Well, he dove into the green. It's a little different.
Yeah, exactly.
The audio is pretty haunting of like what happened, where it's like the explosions and the screams and stuff like that. Pip is a little bit horrified from that. So you knew that he was different because he walked out too normal.
Oh, for sure.
Like after the spider, he walked up to them like even without the spider, like he would have been shaken by the audio and stuff he listened to. So maybe he's more controlled by the spider than we think.
Yeah. No, I totally think so. But now I'm so in a mind jumble about who's controlling the spider. Right. Now I think it's the lady, but I don't know.
Right. I think it is the lady. Yeah. I mean, I think she made the spiders, but I didn't know if there was like consciousness in them or not, right? One thing we do have to mention that I just thought was amazing. How did you guys survive in that elevator for so long?
That was hilarious, that whole montage of them in there.
They're like...
And them fart, and whoever farts or burps again, I'm going to shoot you.
Keep farting, snoring, burping. They do like a therapy session.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I just feel so emasculated sometimes.
It was so good.
But it's clever because they hated each other.
Yeah.
So like after flying around in that damn thing for a while, like it would make sense that they're a little bit like less hateful of each other.
Right.
Because they survived the crash landing there together. And it seems off-putting at first that they're so trusting of Dulcea in some respects. But now it makes sense, just with that 30-second
they bonded.
Hilarious montage of elevator
love.
Boredom. He's gambling. He's like trying to gamble. God.
That was hilarious. I was not expecting that at all. So
No.
that was a nice little lighthearted part of it. Because I feel like it was overall pretty intense,
So do you think we talked about Turin and Fancy? I'd love to see Fancy get into some action next episode. It'd be cool to see Turin get a haircut.
Maybe go bald.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So I guess the team probably is Fairuza, Zeph, and Pip, probably with Pree. I'd say it's a 4-person team that goes down to try to find
No
John.
Jared?
No Jared.
I think he has Jared stay.
Yeah.
He's like...
Usually we don't, because there's just too much comedic relief that I feel like if you have them down there too, then it's like not going to be as... Because you need 4 to add Dulcea and make it 5. I don't know. It's just, you don't want too many characters. I don't know.
Okay.
But maybe.
I can see that, yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know.
They do a good job with the characters. They know their characters like the back of their hand.
And they're throwing curveballs, so at this point
Yeah.
I think I know, and then I don't have any idea. So.
I have no idea.
No.
We're going to get into our special segment. Before we do, Juliet, I tweeted a picture out. If you could just pull that picture up for later, I just wanted to give you a heads up. It's just a picture of the costume, but that way, because I'm not sitting behind a desk, people can check it out if they're not on Twitter. So our special segment, I always love to go through our favorite lines of the episode.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wrote any down, but on our special segment, Favorite Lines, we talk about our favorite lines of the episode.
Yeah.
Cool. So you go first.
Okay,
if you have
so
any that
I
you
have
love.
one, and it was one that Fairuza, is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's Fairuza.
Fairuza.
Yeah.
What she said, what was super, it wasn't a funny line. She said, "Faith is like romance. You can't love someone who doesn't think you're worth the truth." Ooh. Yeah, so that was we didn't even talk about that moment though. Oh. And she's like, she was talking to Zeph, and she's like, "I know you know what I'm talking about." And she looked at her necklace.
Yeah.
And Zeph hit it. We forgot
I had that in my longer notes. No, we can talk about it. Yeah, but that's, I don't know what we can talk about.
I know, because
aside from it's just that Zeph has a religion or something.
Some sort of.
So I dig.
Yeah, so that was a cool part. But that line really tugged on the heartstrings. Yeah.
Anyone who has been part of organized religion would get that line. The show is a little bit atheist in some respects, but that's fine. I dig it.
Really? Atheist.
Agnostic. More of just like it points out the what's that word? The
inconsistencies?
The hypocrisy of religion in some aspects. This is like the third or fourth time it's done it.
Okay.
So really quick, my lines that I wrote down was Zeph saying, Team Awesome Force taught me one thing. Pip's like, tight pants are best pants? And she said, hero's gonna hero.
Hey.
You know?
That's a good one.
Probably one of my favorite lines of the episode was in Turin, was when they were talking about what to do, and Turin's like, I'm in this whole moral redemption arc, so no can do.
Oh, yeah.
It's like so fourth wall.
I loved it.
Because it's true. It's what he's on. And then Johnny, give me your hat.
Yeah, he wanted it so bad.
I need the hat. Love that.
Yeah.
Maybe you are a farmer. Sure talk a lot of horse.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Gosh, he had so many lines. Johnny just, spitfiring.
Pip, when Zeph mentions that it's kind of a weird atmosphere, Pip says, well, we are in a dark room with a lot of dead people in capes, so dig it.
Yeah.
Dulcea and Johnny, always delivering the best lines. You trust bitch Saya, queen of the Hullen, over me? Where do we stick it? And if you say up my ass, I will knock on yours. Great.
Heck yeah.
And, the awkward handshake when Avin and Dulcea are saying goodbye. Because they have this weird...
These eyes locking and it's like they wanted to kiss or something. I don't know.
You have my baby.
I know.
Do we hug? Are
it was
we
so
friends?
conflicting.
And then they like, shake hands awkwardly. So weird.
It was super strange.
Did you have any others or no? Is that...
I had the one when Pip was given a pip talk. To Zeph, and he was just like, and he, talking her up, and just said, I would have never had the courage to open that door. So that was just sweet. See, I like the I love the funny quotes, but those heartwarming ones, it's just like, yes.
That's great. You need to find the heartwarming quotes, because I never write those down.
Yeah.
I need to.
Yeah, we're a great team.
I'm just a cynical ass, as is tradition. If you're looking at the screen here now, guys, you can see we shot in the White Room really quick. Just that's like the costume full body that you can check out.
Oh, that pose.
If I want to know who I should do next, because I did Johnny the first episode. Oh yeah. I did Johnny the first episode.
Stop.
Don't tell his girlfriend.
Ooh,
and now I'm just doing Pree, which he seems to enjoy. What character should I do this? We're thinking Alvis, possibly.
Okay, Alvis would be sweet.
I'm getting a haircut, so I'll probably just look exactly like to Avin next year, or next episode anyway. So maybe I'll just be to Avin.
But Avin looks normal. That's boring.
It's easy.
Boring.
Hey, I can't exactly buy an outfit and get makeup done for every single
Why
character.
don't you be Dulcea?
Just like have a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have
just
a baby
put a wig,
bump.
side pony wig.
Side pony wig, baby bump, and a bottle of whiskey.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to have that out there on the internet. But we've been talking about predictions all episode, but let's get into a quick predictions and just kind of say the big ones before we wrap out of here.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
predictions, sugar.
Okay, so I think Avin is going to be part of changing Johnny back to his good old self. Because he even said, Avin was like, yeah, we'll worry about it when we get back, and to change him back. So I feel like, because Avin has this weird thing with Hollins, with the plot. So I feel like he has something that he could unlock in Johnny and hopefully make him good.
You're right there. That's
my prediction.
Yeah, so Avin can control the green. He can control the Hullins. So it'd be interesting to see how he tries to control Johnny. Whether he can get rid of it or stop him from doing something insane, or help him in his fight for sanity using if he realizes that he has somebody talking in his ear, like the Dutch memory.
Right.
I'd love to see the green help in some way. Aside from healing him, I'd love to see, as I said, Johnny having an antenna to help Dutch in the green world because of this Hullen inside of him.
Right.
So that would be really cool. I think we're going to get everyone at play.
Okay.
I think that's something that's coming up.
Yeah.
Because, they had that Super Avengers moment where everyone's on the rack ship and they walking away, and then Zeph's like, wait, I can do it. And then they all turn around and the lighting, it's like the shot's all set up for a cover photo.
Yeah.
So I think
I
we'll
love
get
that. Yeah.
But that's all we're going to get into. If you enjoy our predictions, let us know. Tweet at us. Tweet at me, because she doesn't have a Twitter yet. You need to get a Twitter.
I know.
Tweet at me what you think, and I'll pass it on to you, to Shannon. We had some great suggestions for your name. Shannon.
Shannon.
Shannon. Yeah,
That's a good
Shannon
one.
O'Connor.
Hey.
And then Shannon.
Okay, wow.
So you
Those
can
are-
pick whichever one you prefer.
Wow, that's a tough choice. They're
They're
all so
all
different.
pretty annoying to say.
Go. I don't know. Do I have to decide right now?
You don't
Can
have
I think
to decide
about
right
it?
now. You can
Okay,
think
I'm gonna
about
think about it. I'm gonna sleep on it.
But tweet at us. You can tweet at me at Stephen Lemieux, StPhenLemieux. I realize I didn't introduce myself at the beginning of this episode.
Oh.
That is a rookie mistake.
That is.
And I am teaching
He's
you
new.
bad habits. Yeah, I'm new. 7
here.
years new. Where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Shannikin_Skywalker.
And are you doing any other shows at AfterBuzz TV?
I am. Right after this, I'm doing Married at First Sight, and then I'm doing World of Dance on Wednesday nights.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Hells yeah.
Hells yeah.
Well, we will see you the hells later on the Killjoys After Show for Season 4, Episode 3. Check it out next week if you want to watch live. It is Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Check it out on youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV Sci-Fi. We'll see you then. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
I'm just an angel dipped in chocolate.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.